Wow, we're losing people before we start. Hey, it is Pamela Sue. It is June 30th, 2017. It is about 8:06 p.m. And as usual, I am late and I am sorry. I had a very hard time getting on. I know that's a shock to you guys because that doesn't happen every single solitary time I try to get online. So this time they demanded a phone number besides everything else. So I hope you guys are well. It is almost a holiday weekend. It is almost July 4th. And I realized earlier today that sometimes I act like the entire world started with the United States. Sometimes I act like that. Like there was nothing pious or wonderful before us. There was nothing important that happened. Of course, none of that is true. That is a total fiction. But in so many ways, I believe in this country for so many reasons. If for nothing else than it being the country that put its foot down against slavery and gave women rights that they never had before and let regular people, even blue collar, lower class, or uneducated people, rise to the height of wealth and success that they were willing to work for. All of these things had never been done anywhere before here. And in many ways, they still haven't ever been done anywhere before here, or besides here, I want to say. And for these reasons, I am a country lover. I am a nationalist. I think nothing is more important than protecting our country. And I think that in protecting this country, we protect everyone else's country. I actually believe that that is how people get to stay where they want to be, whether it's, if they want to be here, then they get to work to be here. That's part of immigration, and we certainly do that. And it's done everywhere. But what I'm saying is I think that I think it is mutually exclusive. I think that we should all be protecting our identities if we choose to. And I've been to countries where it is absolutely fascinating. Like, for instance, in I'm trying to remember if it was Ecuador. Yeah, it was Ecuador, where within a small area, there were like 8 tribes that all existed like feet from each other, wearing a little bit of different clothes or a little bit of different hair. Language would be just a tiny bit changed, but they were literally living within the realm of their ancestry that they chose to. They didn't have to. I mean, it's a totally urban place. They could, they could move to the city. They could do whatever they want. It's absolutely gorgeous there. It's the equator. It's pretty hot. I got a 2nd-degree sunburn. Didn't see that coming. I think that actually happened in that was in Ecuador where I got the with the sunburn. The sunburn was in why can't I think? I can't say the name. Ada. Who cares? Whatever. Who cares? Out there. In South America. But anyways, the point is, we should all be allowed to be who we want to be. That's really the point. And in the last week, we've seen some very interesting things. I think you guys might have caught on to the fact that you can no longer be Jewish and gay. That's not allowed, but you can be Islamic. You can be a Muslim and be gay. You can do that. You can be in Sharia and show your ankles somehow. That's cool. Sharia gay people. Woo! Party. How that's all going to shake out in the end, right? So I have been working on this video. I did a video yesterday, and I just, I cried through it. I spoke from the heart, and I tried editing it, and I've been literally editing it for like 4 hours. And it's a message to you guys. It's a message to you guys, the ones that I love, the ones that have stood by me and really been heroic. And I really, I want to just say, it touches me in ways that I can't even express. I never thought I would be in such a weird position. I never thought that the world would be changing so quickly. I never thought that Jews could be rebranded again with old propaganda, new propaganda. And you know, it's interesting to be Jewish. I mean, I didn't used to even say that I was Jewish. For so long, I didn't say that. But I mean, I was still attacked because I didn't attack Jews or whatever, or I would defend them or whatever. But it's so interesting because as a Jew, like I go online sometimes, you know, to get just something like I type in Israel and it'll end up being like Israel Project or something like that. And I realized very quickly, I mean, as angry as I get at people for being ignorant and you know, and just confused, as angry as I get and frustrated, it is really hard to find actual information, normal, real, just basic stuff anymore. It is clearly, it's clearly a very large endeavor that is all of the digital facilities are being used here to make sure that everyone believes just, you know, the extent of lies. And I mentioned this in my video yesterday, and I mean, I'm trying to release it right now, but I can't seem to get it up. But what a shock! What a shock! But it's an interesting thing to see that. I mean, let me just explain why this matters today, and then we'll get on to some other things, and I will go to the chat room and stuff like that. So I've mentioned the Glass Off Gang before, a channel that it's not like I love this channel. They're great people. Okay, they're great people. They have a phenomenal message. It's not like a fun channel, you know what I mean? And that being said, they are, you know, the guy is from Russia, I think originally, or some communist country. I'm pretty sure he escaped communism, and I think it's his wife, and I could be wrong, so I'm sorry if I am. I'm not, you know, I'm not really super, whatever. It's a great channel. It's a great channel if you want real information, right? So today I got a link from Left Slayer, and I already followed this channel, but you know, I love Left Slayer. He's a champion. He literally is out slaying people that hate Jews. That's the truth. And he's a really good Christian, and he believes deeply in prophecy. And I'm not trying to talk about him or whatever. I have so much. I mean, I love him. I really love him, and I've been with him through surgery. You know, I've been the person that was, you know, like online with him before and after surgery. I mean, you know, so we're very good friends. But so my point is so he sent me this link, and it was, I want you to just try to grasp this, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you guys, but I want you to just try to grasp this. So this is an American man being interviewed. He is a Christian, and not like a dramatic Christian, not like a, you know, like over the top type of guy. Pretty, you know, just a really, you know, Christian guy. And he was going to Canada to do a speech. And I want you to listen to the details that I'm saying, because what I'm saying is going to shock you, and it is not what you're expecting. So just hear me out. So he went to Canada to make a speech, and it was for a conference, I guess. It may have been anti-Islamic, or, you know, speaking about, it was probably pro-Christian from, I didn't listen to the entire thing, but I definitely got the gist of it. He was going to speak about the Bible. And he didn't make it to the speech because he was arrested. And he was not arrested for what he said. He was arrested for not even his speech that was on his iPad. He had written some notes to himself on his iPad and was arrested for blasphemy laws and anti-Islamic behavior. Now, let's back up once again. He was arrested for a speech that he never made on an iPad that had some notes that he wrote to himself. And he's a seriously Christian biblical man, so you know he wasn't saying horrible things, like things I would say, like, let's kill all of them. He didn't say that. Okay, I'm probably gonna get the big blue man right now. But what I'm saying is, this is one of the most important events of our day. Yesterday, last night in Germany, they passed a law for the first time allowing same-sex marriage. Sounds great, right? And in that law, they removed all rights to privacy on the internet, 100%. 100% of privacy laws. So they used the gay marriage umbrella and put in Islamophobia propaganda terms to prosecute, find, locate, censor their citizens while putting a rainbow flag behind it. That was last night. And what I find most interesting out of everything is Americans that like the classic comment, besides, the Jew hate thing, which I think is hysterical at this point. But the classic line is Australia's toast, England's toast, Canada's lost it, right? No. America is right there. We just don't see it yet. Like literally, like we're so busy with CNN nothing burger bullshit that we're like, why do you think that Jeff Zucker, first of all, kill Jeff Zucker? I mean, I shouldn't even, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of Jeff Zucker. He has no right. We have laws. We have broadcasting licenses. Why has their license not been revoked? Hello, reality. That's what they're for. If they put porn on there, they would take away their license. Porn is a heck of a lot less damaging, than what they're doing. So, I mean, they're lying. It's a prop, right? So they should their license should be revoked. End of story. But okay, so we're busy with the nothing burger. Our country is being literally siphoned of money every day, paying an entire government that's been built up into this massive ogre of complete nothing burgers, doing nothing burger all the time about more nothing, and a lot of talk. And we're still going to end up with single payer. Single payer is the worst. Okay. And let me just say this. Doctors are reporting in California where they are, in California and Oregon have laws for assisted suicide. Now, the premise of assisted suicide, we all understand, kindness and decency and allowing people to die with dignity. We all agree on that. This is not complicated. Okay. The problem is that's a premise that we get. But when it's a single payer system, that means the government decides who gets to live and who gets to die. And if you think for real, they don't already say, I mean, we talk about these, death courts or whatever. That's way overblown. So California doctors are already reporting insurance companies saying we will not pay for the treatment, but we will pay for the death. They're already doing that in this country, in America. I mean, I don't think California is really this country anymore, to be honest. I mean, they just paid an illegal alien $160,000 for being arrested for being an illegal alien, literally. And I mean, if that doesn't kill you, I don't know what. I mean, senseless. Let's go to the chat room and see how you guys are doing. How are you guys doing? Huh? Hello. Hi, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if I can see this right. Wait, where is everybody? Wait, oh, you know what? I told you guys just so you know, I'm so sorry that Tilly. Okay, so Tilly asked me to text him when the show was going to start, but I think I started it too late because he is at the He's at the lake with, that's Tucker sneezing, with Buttercup. So anyways, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Tilly. I love you. And I would have done this earlier. I'll try to do another one over the weekend. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it earlier. I tried. So let's talk about some of the other things in the news. There's nobody in the chat room. You guys, I'm really, and you know, I knew, because I've been Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I knew that this would be like weird if I didn't do it on Wednesday, right? I knew it would throw everybody off, but we decided to do it just Monday and Friday. So I don't know. Hold on, let's see if I can find you. Sorry. Let me take you to some news. Let me just show you what's going on. Just because I thought these were really interesting topics. Oh no, I am on, oh crap. Hold on, we have a problem now. I'm on the wrong internet. So you probably have a really bad connection because I'm on the wrong internet again. Okay, let me see if I can fix my internet again. Big shocker. My Thunderbolt is not working. Hold on. Oh. Did that work? Hold on. Yay, Thunderbolt's working. No, it's not. Okay, something's wrong. Now my computer's completely freezing up. I probably lost you because that's the way it goes. Did I lose you? Hold on. No, I have you still. Woohoo! Let me see. Are we? Ta-da! I'm trying. Yep, there we go. Much better. Much better. Much better. You should get a better. It should be better now. Okay. So, hi, you guys. I hope you're having a good week. Are you excited about the holiday? I didn't even realize it was July 4th. All right, so check this out. Let's see what we got. I'm going to bring you in to my, if it will let me. Ding dong. So check this out. So Henry Kissinger went to the Kremlin. You know, is it just me, or is he just going there to send a message, like, from the president? Seriously. I mean, really. And then let's just go a little farther. How pathetic is it that our president can't talk to Putin at all when there is like nothing? And why haven't they fired the stupid prosecutor? And I mean, okay, I mean, all that goes without saying. So let's just read this together. Putin receives former U.S. diplomat. Uh-oh, my computer's freezing. Crap, that's not good. Let's go to another one. Let's see if another one's better. Yeah, this one's better. All right, brain-eating amoeba detected in LA water system. Now, I found this to be super interesting. And if Pam Z is anywhere, I will whisper for you. Shh, shh. I miss you, Pam Z. I haven't talked to you in a while. Sorry. And for the record, if anybody has been trying to contact me that wanted to actually talk to me, my phone has been crashing like round the clock without any reason. It has to be attached to a plug all of the time, and even while it's attached to the plug. And my lovely friend sent me, P13 sent me new chargers. It's just the phone. There's something going on with the operating system. So I love you. I miss you. I'm not ignoring people. I'm just not starting conversations because I can't keep them going. Okay. Brain-eating amoeba detected in LA water system. Can you imagine that? New Orleans. A potentially deadly amoeba has been detected in the Terrebonne Parish water system. And while officials say tap water is safe to drink, and they lie, they are urging people to avoid getting it in their noses. I'm so sorry, but that is hilarious. Hilarious. The Louisiana Department of Health. Oh, is this New Orleans and not? Oh, it's Louisiana. I thought this was Los Angeles. Oh, well, good. All right. Well, sorry. Didn't mean to screw that one up. It's still funny. It's still hilarious. The Louisiana Department of Health notified the Schriever water system and town officials Thursday after confirmed the amoeba's presence. The amoeba, Naegleria fowleri, causes a brain infection that leads to the destruction of tissue. In its early stages, symptoms may be similar to bacterial meningitis. We would caution the public to refrain from allowing water to enter their nasal passages. Okay, seriously, what the? Sobert said in a statement posted on the parish's government's Facebook page, the water is safe to drink. Oh yeah, don't put it in your nose, but put it in your mouth. Okay, do you think they know? Okay, hang on. I'm just going to throw this one out there. The nose and the throat and the tongue, they're attached. They're literally attached. It's all up, down. Okay, what if you swallow it, you sneeze, you swallow it, you laugh, it goes up your nose, it goes into your brain. That's retarded. I'm so sorry, but that's retarded. Continuez. We would caution the public to refrain from allowing water to enter their nasal passages, but it's safe to drink. The health department asked the water system to convert its current disinfection method to the chlorine-free method for 60 days to ensure that any remaining amoeba is eliminated. Wait, a chlorine burn involves boosting chlorine levels to kill the amoeba in biofilm, which can provide a place for the amoeba to live. That doesn't make any sense. I'll come back to pictures for the, wait, hold on. Let's see what the pictures are, just for fun. Oh, fun. Let's keep going. Amoeba pictures. Yeah, who cares? Oh, love those toes. Whatever. I just did whatever. Okay. Oh, let me just go back to this story because it's just too good to. Come on, story. Come on back. It's not coming back. My computer is just so not. Here, maybe it's this. Good. Done. Here we go. The amoeba was found in a sample taken from the fire. Part of this is so weird because it's if it isn't killed with chlorine, I have to say, chlorine's pretty good killer. The amoeba was found in a sample taken from fire hydrant at the same location that tested positive for the amoeba 2 years ago, CBS affiliate said. The Center for Disease and Control and Prevention, the useless Center for Disease and Control and Prevention, the same center that didn't acknowledge Lyme disease for the last 20 years and basically said this year it's going to be so bad that it's it's going to take over the world. And yeah, it's already been doing that for quite some time. Anyway, moving right along. Continue. The water system should not let water go up the nose when bathing or swimming in small pools. In addition, people should not put their heads under bath water or allow children to play unsupervised with hoses or sprinklers. Residents should run bath and tap water hoses for 5 minutes before use to flush out the pipes, especially the first time after the water utility raises the disinfectant levels. This is so disgusting. I can't even believe this is real. Seriously, this is beyond the pale. Isn't everything beyond the pale right now? Okay, so seriously, for the record, if this is in the pipes, it doesn't matter how long you run it. If the biofilm is in there. And what happened? This just didn't used to be a problem. They stopped doing infrastructure. This is why Donald Trump said we needed 2 bazillion trillions of infrastructure because they haven't been doing any upkeep because the United Nations is in charge of everything and they're forcing this country to go under. There it is. I've said it in my own little obnoxious, childish way. Let's see. Poland Soviet troops that died in whatever. I'm so sick. Oh, okay. We're back. I'm back. Okay, so check out this other one. Hold on. We don't care about that. Let's go back to the Kissinger one. Let's do this one. The one they don't want me to read to you, apparently. So Putin's at the Kremlin. Hold on, let's see if I can do this at the same time. Russian President Vladimir receives former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, who's the Walking Dead at this point. And I just want to say for the record, why is the Walking Dead going to meet with Vladimir Putin? Literally, what would the excuse possibly be for this? It's so retarded. They pulled him out of his half grave, right? So he's sleeping in a grave for 2 years, 5 years or something. And now he's he's gonna do the talking because he can be trusted. Ugh. And he doesn't love President Trump, but he definitely did want to try to help Trump see a bigger picture for the United States. He definitely, and I actually think as much as we all kind of hate Kissinger, I think that he's head and shoulders above every single solitary person that has ever been near any of the Democratic people ever in the last 10 years. So 15 years, whatever. And probably even better than Bush, because he's just, ugh. Okay. Russian President Vladimir Putin receives U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger in the Kremlin on Thursday, and Kremlin said in a statement, it did not elaborate on what the two men discussed. Oh, imagine that, saying only that Kissinger was in Russia for Primakov readings, an annual forum of experts, diplomats, and politicians. Kissinger met U.S. President Donald Trump last month. Really? I hadn't even noticed. And Putin and Trump are expected to meet on the sidelines of a Group of 20 summit in Germany next week in what would be their first face-to-face meeting since Trump became president. And good God, isn't it time already? I feel so badly for these people. And really, I mean, for all of his faults, I mean, Putin really deserves better. He really does. So does Trump. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, yeah. Contacts between Russia and the United States are under intense scrutiny following the allegations of U.S. intelligence officials of Russian interference in last year's U.S. presidential election. And let me just say, it doesn't really count unless they say Russia's attempt to destroy our democracy, because that's the talking point. You know, I used to hear them say talking points, and I was like, what are talking points? And I have to say now, oh my God, there's like there is no connection in any way between any country, anybody's actions anywhere in the world, and our democracy. That's like, they're not related. There's no way to relate them. It's just retarded. And it takes a libtard, a backwards person that doesn't even care about this country or respect. Well, I mean, if the Democratic Party doesn't respect the process enough to honor our president, how can we expect them to understand what democracy is? Please hold. Air conditioner's off. Okay, good. Better. Russian officials, speaking on condition of anonymity, which means it may be true and it may not be, say they are frustrated that the Trump administration has not been able to engage effectively with Russia on important issues. I believe that. They say that the issue is not Trump himself, but the standoff inside the U.S. political system, which they say means the U.S. president is liable to be attacked by domestic opponents if he makes any overtures towards Russia. The officials say the amount of substantial contact Moscow has had with the U.S. administration is minimal. Illustrating sensitivities around high-level contacts, the Kremlin acknowledged on Thursday that no formal bilateral meeting between Trump and Putin was planned for G20 and Germany early next month, though the two were likely to cross paths. Please, God, cross paths. This is just, it is shameful. This is shameful. And, you know, it is absolutely, to a certain degree, meant to create a worldwide lack of respect for this country. All of this stuff about Trump, even though it feels personal to all of us and stuff, it isn't. It's about, look, if that witch became president, in a certain way, they would have done the same stuff with a different twist. But whatever is going to happen is all this huge undertaking to remove the United States of America from a world power and replace it with China. And what I try to say on a regular basis, and I really hope you guys can hear me, China is our enemy. China makes Russia look like Swiss cheese. China is so good at manipulation and planning. China doesn't go to war. That's no mistake. They're brilliant. And the whole point, they're not going to help with North Korea. That's just ridiculous. Their job is to take over the world, and they were given this with blessing by, of course, Rockefeller, who owns the United States of America. Ever since he died, and whoever his heirs are now in control, everything has just moved like so much more quickly, because they're young and dumb and too stupid to know that with speed comes revolt. Continue. Moscow is frustrated, according to the Russian officials, because it believes dialogue with the United States is crucial to resolving the conflict in Syria and concluding a peace deal which would allow Russia to end its military engagement there. It is true that Russia would not be doing what it is doing there were it not for Barack Obama, who refused to help Syria. And now we are stuck in a position where we have to fight Syria, for which will end up in we have actually begun World War III. And I'm not going to get too much into that because it's in my video that I'm going to release in a few minutes as soon as we're done here. I just have to finish this stupid edit. Okay, so anyways. Kissinger, a national security advisor to U.S. President Richard Nixon, established a private channel of communication with anonymity. With Anatoly Dobrinin. I'm sorry that I'm probably screwing that up. The Soviet ambassador to Washington, which historians credit with helping ease Cold War tensions. I do believe, most people don't know this. Kissinger survived World War II. His family escaped. And then he joined the military in America to fight in World War II, which I think is pretty extraordinary. I think I have that right. My dad told me the story, so it's probably pretty close to right. I might have mangled it a little bit. I know those two facts are true. He and his family escaped World War II, and he joined the military and fought for this country. That's actually what I know. And that's a rarity. And the fact that he is a Jew that fought for this country and escaped World War II and was there, so he knows what happened, probably means that he has a kind of insight that is rare, despite the fact that we all are supposed to hate him. There it is. Okay. And let's do one more just for fun, even though my computer is freezing up. China sentences 13 drug dealers to death and 8 are executed on the spot and in public. Let's read this story because I know we all think China is so great. 13 drug dealers were sentenced to death in a public hearing before 8 were taken away for execution immediately. 13 people were sentenced to death in front of 10,000 people for selling drugs in China before 8 were taken away to be executed on the spot. The accused were convinced of producing and selling drugs in the city of Shanwei in southeastern China's Guangdong. Guangdong, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Guangdong province. Chilling footage shows the men and women being loaded into trucks as people look on with tears. Horrifying footage as 3 are led to a death sentence. As a side note, I'm not going to play this for you because I don't want to see it either. But I'll say this. In China, they kill people once a month on a Sunday. And if you have a hotel room in the wrong corner on that Sunday, every single month, you will watch people get shot in the head. And, people like my sister don't believe this. This is a fact. Okay, it's a fact. That's what capital punishment is. It exists today in China every single month. And if you do not show up, you will be one of the people the following month that will be shot. If you don't witness it, that is mandatory that you watch. Okay? They're so fabulous, right? They're fabulous. This is why when the chocolate cake was so exquisite for the president and the president of China, it was so retarded because A, he is not going to intimidate or impress anyone in that government. They are not like us. They do not live like us. They are horrible to their people, and there are millions and millions, probably billions of them actually. Let's keep going. 5 were given suspended sentences while the remaining 13 were sentenced to death. 8 were taken for execution immediately after the trial. It is believed the executions did not take place in public. That is a lie. That is Chinese propaganda. China executes thousands of people every year, mainly for charges of murder and drug dealing. That is also a lie, and has faced international criticism for its use of the death penalty. Just for the record, you can steal and be killed in the square one Sunday every month. The most common form of execution is by lethal injection. That is a total lie. This is complete propaganda. I hate this. And the thing is China puts this out. But they please, lethal injection, or death by firing squad. But it is not known which is used in this case. They just shot him. They don't do lethal injection. They don't try to be humane. Give me a break. They have too many people there to get rid of. Shanwei is a hotspot for drug trafficking, with officers trying to clamp down on the sale and creation of drugs. I highly doubt that. In 2015, 38 drug dealers were put on trial in front of 10,000 people as, okay, when they say trial in front of 10,000 people, as part of a public event to try to stop the illegal drug trade in the region. So when they say trial, that means they shot them in the head in front of, Tucker, why are you so, Tucker's sneezing. Seriously, that's really a cat. Okay, come here. It's okay. Come here, booby. Come on. His nose is really itchy. Okay. Let me see if I can just get you back here. Oh, okay. So that's what's going on out there. I have been very quiet lately. I've been having a hard time. Reporting. Part of it is, to be totally honest, that I'm finding people that are much better at covering the complexities of stories that are happening. And part of it is that I'm very sad. And World War III has started and people have no idea, and I get that. And I know, I also understand that nobody will believe me, and that's, whatever. I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. But what's happening is so broad and so bizarre. And, it's making me really sad. And I'm tired of being sad. I don't see a lot of good things to talk about. And, I mention this all the time. I've been really sick. And in my entire life, I was never sick. I never got the flu or chickenpox or anything like that. I've been really sick. Now, I didn't get sick because I started doing videos, for sure. I started doing videos because I was sick and I was at home and stuff. And I started noticing things that other people weren't talking about. And people still aren't talking about a lot of things. And I want to bring them out. It's just harder and harder because they're closing down our ability to talk. And they're using, it's funny. It's like, yay, digital. I remember thinking, like, why is everything going digital? I mean, schools are burning books. Like, what the fuck? I mean, that is insane. And so I really, really love you guys, and I want to keep interacting. I just don't know how much I can do it. The video that I'm putting out explains it in much more detail. But I mean, the one thing is that I see stuff that other people don't seem to see, or, nuances and stuff. It's just, it's a quirk, I want to say. I've been doing it for a long time. It's paid a lot of money. Big businesses like that when you can see what other people are really, I don't know. It's just, I catch stuff, right? So, and that part of it's important, but the problem is that we're getting into really mucky areas. And I didn't make this a channel for Jews or for Israel. Maybe I should have. It never even occurred to me. But I really didn't understand how small the world could get for me online. I didn't understand how propaganda could be so widely spread and convincing. I mean, if somebody like me can't find real facts, and I know the real facts, I can imagine how hard it is for just normal people, good people even, to think that there are plans and plots of Jews to do horrible things, which is kind of crazy because the worst thing that's ever happened ever in the entire world for Jews in this world is the mass migration of Muslims, because they want to kill every one of us before they kill every one of you. And I know that sounds so paranoid, and it's just 100% true. So oh God, I'm so sad by all of this. I'm so sad that Iran, like, literally slid under, like, almost completely silently, literally hit the ground running and started attacking Israel. And people think that America is protecting Israel, but America is not protecting Israel. Israel's protecting America. And let's see, I'll break it down very quickly. So all the money that we give Israel has to be paid to America to buy military industrial complex monies. It is not a gift. It is money that nearly bankrupts Israel every year. That is why Israel has all of that weaponry, and Israel is being used to get to America. And if you look at my description, you will see, hold on, I'll tell you, you will see the title Islam plus Communism is a link every single solitary video that I do. It is the most important link that you will ever see if you want to know what's going on in the world. And we are being, we are under attack. We are under a full-blown attack. And just like Sweden and all the other countries, I mean, I have to say that the Czech Republic has brilliantly protected itself. There are quite a few countries that are still literally arming their people against Islamists and terrorists, and but there are very few. And bravo, bravo. But Germany, Russia, China, Libya, Lebanon, Qatar, Egypt, Syria, I want to say again, Russia and China are not those countries. And so I just feel like we're watching a tumble. And I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to have Jews in this country, but I don't think it's going to be much longer. They can't be anywhere in Europe. And Israel's calling for all Jews to come home so that there's a place for us that's safe. And I know that makes, the Islamic countries really happy, because then they can kill all of us at one time. But they won't. They won't. I mean, it is kind of biblical, kind of. Not my Bible, but I mean, I thought the Bible was historical and for lots of reasons, but I never thought that it was fortune. I mean, future telling stuff. Maybe it is. I don't know. I think it just doesn't matter, right? And I think if you believe in prophecy totally, if you believe in the stories of all of it, part of believing in it is allowing it to happen. You have to realize, like, that's kind of a psych, right? If you believe that this is meant to be, then you will go along with it. And from where I sit, besides the fact that you're murdering all of my people, I don't go down like that. We don't go down like that. I mean, lots of not just we the Jews. I mean, a lot of really good people don't go down like that. And I highly suggest to everyone in the world to not go down like that. Prophecy is bullshit in that way. It's not about your Bible. I'm not putting down your Bible. I'm saying, if you are willing to just accept it. I mean, I watch a prophecy update every Sunday, and I highly suggest it. It is my favorite part of every Sunday. It's John Fuller, whatever. I don't know. I have him on my links. He's like the greatest thing ever. I mean, he is the best information. I mean, I check my geopolitical knowledge by his. I mean, he's just amazing, and he's way tied in with Israel. He's a Christian. He's God-fearing. He is a Christian, a prophecy believing Christian, but he's, you know what I mean? Like, but it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It never did matter. That's kind of the point. Religion never mattered. And Islam isn't a religion. It is not a religion. It's a cult. It's a political statement. It's a war machine, but it is not a religion. And religion was created for people to find solace and unity and community and peace. And everything else is a lie. And I'm gonna end on that note, because that's actually the truth. The truth is good. The truth is God. The truth is love. And everything else is just a lie. And sometimes I want to stay in the love and the peace and the beauty and the godliness. And it's really hard on YouTube. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video.